Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to talk about the future of Pjanic, and we're also going to be talking about Samuel Umtiti. Now, notice how I am talking about these two players within today's video, because on Sunday, we were actually discussing and predicting that in this upcoming week, we are going to be massively seeing many news outlets stating that Pjanic and Umtiti's future is going to be up in the air, because ever since Koeman made that decision in that debut match in La Liga against Real Sociedad, we saw the players like Samuel Umtiti and Pjanic and Collado and Felipe Coutinho being dropped from the squad list because Ronald Koeman made it very clear that he did not count on these specific players. And now we are here today, sitting here and looking at the news that has surfaced today regarding these two players. And then later in the video, we're also going to be talking about Rey Manaj and his future with FC Barcelona. But let's first start with Pjanic. And so we are first going to be talking about the breaking news that has surfaced, and this is actually not going to be about Pjanic, but it does have something to do with the transfer of Pjanic potentially moving away from FC Barcelona, because earlier today it has been announced that Locatelli will be moving to Juventus. And it says here, according to Fabrizio Romano, Locatelli to Juventus, it is a done deal and it has been confirmed. There is a total agreement completed with Sassuolo for 35 million euros plus add-ons. The contract at Juventus will be until 2026. It is a done deal. Now, the reason why I do want to bring this up and why I am saying this, it is because Pjanic's move to Juventus was highly dependable on Locatelli's move to Juventus. Because if Locatelli did not move to that club and he stayed at his current club, then Pjanic would have moved to Juventus. But now that we are seeing that Locatelli has moved to that club, the possibility of Pjanic moving back to his previous club is looking very unlikely. Juventus has made it very clear about 2 or 3 weeks ago that Locatelli was the first priority to reinforce the midfield. If they could not get the deal done, they would be turning their heads towards Pjanic. But now this move of Pjanic moving to Juventus, it is dead. And it says here, according to Matteo Moretto, Pjanic to Juventus was never close to happening. Now it is very unlikely. And so it's very sad to see that he cannot get the move that he wanted in this upcoming summer. He has also been informed that he will not be receiving the minutes that he does desire at FC Barcelona. Again, you look at that debut that we did have on Sunday, Pjanic, Umtiti, and the other players did not even see the field on that day. And so now that we are seeing this, right, now knowing that Locatelli will be going to Juventus to reinforce their midfield, this could go down into two different ways for Pjanic. Point number one, what we could see that might give Pjanic the chance to move to Juventus would be for Ramsey to leave that club, who is currently a Juventus player, to transfer out to a different club, maybe in the Premier League, the Italian League, or the Spanish League, because there is just no way that Juventus would be able to keep Pjanic and Ramsey and Locatelli and McKennie and many other great players in that midfield for the upcoming season. They do have to see departures for financial reasons and sporting reasons, of course. But one thing I do want to make very clear is that there is no movement regarding Ramsey moving away from Juventus. What I am saying here is nothing factual. This is just me figuring out ways on how the possibility of Pjanic moving to Juventus can still go through. Right now, nothing exists regarding Ramsey moving away from his current club. Then moving on to point number two, another way that this could go down would be for Pjanic to say, okay, if I can't move to Juventus, I would need to find another club. Now again, Pjanic has shown no interest in moving to another club. That idea does not exist. Again, this is me just figuring out ways on how this could go down. There's just nothing regarding Pjanic informing his agents that he does want to leave FC Barcelona for a different club. He has only expressed his desire to move to Juventus. But now Barcelona officially does need to work very hard to find a different club for this player, because right now the future of Pjanic, it is in the air. Now I do want to move on towards Samuel Umtiti. Like I did say earlier, Koeman does not want to use this player. It is very clear that he is not in his plans. And as we do stand here today, there is still 2 weeks left within this transfer window, but there has not been any movement regarding Samuel Umtiti moving away from FC Barcelona. And right now Barcelona is really focusing on moving away the deadwood within this club. And so because Barcelona are very well aware that time is on the line here, that the clock is also ticking, this is what Barcelona's next move might potentially be within the coming hours. And it says here, according to Sport, Barcelona will terminate the contract of Umtiti if he does not agree to move to any of the teams who have made an offer for him. Barcelona Barcelona's patience with Umtiti is running very thin. They have given him a week to accept one of the proposals he was given from League One before firing the central defender. So just like the move of Pjanic, it's a very sad thing to see, because Umtiti might not be able to see another game wearing the Barcelona shirt. We might not ever see that again. And if we go back 3 years ago, Umtiti was actually considered as one of the best center backs in the world. And the fact that Umtiti is now in this position is just, again, a very sad thing to see, because he was always great on the ball, someone who was very reliable on that back line. He was also a physical monster. He was a world-class defender. And that is the type of center back Barcelona wanted from him 3 years ago. But his level has dropped drastically. And now that Barcelona is coming up with this idea that they want to terminate this contract of Samuel Umtiti, this is where questions do arise, right? Because looking at the past history of Barcelona trying to terminate contracts or having to terminate contracts, you look at Luis Suarez, Barcelona had to pay the remaining amount. You look at Ronald Koeman, right? Barcelona wanted to terminate his contract, but after they knew that if they were to terminate his contract, that they would have to pay the remaining amount of his salary within that contract, Barcelona did not do so. So because of reading that history and seeing what Barcelona had to go through, I do assume that maybe if Barcelona wants to terminate the contract of Samuel Umtiti, then they would have to pay the remaining salary of this player up front. And I do not think that that would be ideal for Barcelona to do so. So it can either go in that way, or Barcelona finds a different route and says, we're going to take this to court and we're going to try and figure out a way to, yes, pay your remaining salary, but spread these payments into years and pay you later on. So many of us do not know what could go happen if the contract is terminated, because look, I am not a lawyer. I do not know this. I do not study this. And in the end, you and me are not the people that are seeing the contracts or the clauses that Samuel Umtiti does have with FC Barcelona. We do not know what could happen if his contract is terminated. The only thing that we could do is look back at what did happen in the past year and a half. But if Barcelona do end up terminating his contract, I do assume that Joan Laporta, Mateo Lemán have found out a way where they could pay his salary later down the line instead of paying his salary up front and nowhere near the next 8 to 10 months. And now lastly, I do want to just briefly talk about Rey Manaj, and it says here, according to Santi Ovalle, a few days ago his departure was almost certain. Despite offers coming from Spain, Italy, and Germany, he decided to wait for better proposals. Koeman is happy with Manaj's work and his continuity isn't ruled out yet. Now again, I'm going to make this very brief, because when it comes to Rey Manaj, I also do agree that he has showed some improvement. He has been growing as a player, but in the end, I just do not see any place for a player like Rey Manaj, because you look back at what did happen on Sunday, Martin Braithwaite, who does look like the clear number 9 for Barcelona at the moment, right, is very surprising. He has scored 2 goals and provided 1 assist within a span of 90 minutes. And keep in mind, Martin Braithwaite is planned to be replaced by someone named Sergio Aguero. So we have all of these choices, and Martin Braithwaite and Aguero are really trying to battle it out to have that number 9 position, and that is what we do want to see. So it's a great thing to see, and because of that competition that's currently going on, it would just make much more sense to sell a player like Rey Manaj to incorporate some funds for this summer. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.